A fascinating and captivating love, that of Ellie Hamilton and Noah Calhoun, told by Nicholas Sparks in his book The Notebook. American writer and father of 5, based his novel on his wife's grandparents' wonderful love story, which remained imprinted in his soul. In fact, the couple, after 60 years of marriage, loved each other like the first day they met, and they were infatuated with each other as if they were at the very first stage of their love. Afterwards, the writer decided to use some parts of the story of their life together to give birth to his resounding novel, and so honor the beautiful story he personally had the opportunity to listen to. The story, not very different from the book and the movie adaptation, begins in a nursing home where an old man talks about his life to an old lady suffering from Alzheimer's, a very beautiful woman who can't remember anything. The main characters are Noah, a boy of lower-class status with a noble heart, and Ellie, an upper-class girl who spends her summer with her family in New Bern, where the couple meets. What looks like to be an insignificant and fleeting summer fling turns out to be something deeper and unique, to the point that when Ellie has to go back home, they will never stop thinking of each other. Noah writes her numerous letters that actually the girl never received. In fact, Ellie's mother, in the vain attempt to protect her daughter and not to make her suffer, hides them from her. So Noah and Ellie, thinking it's actually over, live their lives following different paths, until the moment a photo in a newspaper changes the course of events. Ellie feels the need to go back to the past, see Noah again, understand their feelings before marrying another man, Lon. Their love, in fact, turns out to be stronger than distance, which divided them for many years, and finally Ellie comes back from her very first love.
Sweetheart.
Thanks to Duke's words, as the old man calls himself for fear that the woman could have an identity crisis, and Whitman points, the old lady can't remember, though for a few short moments.
What happened to me?
Nothing. You just went away for a little while.
The novel's preponderant theme is evidently love. Noah is the epitome of true love. He is humble, kind, with a passion for poetry, and especially respectful to his Ellie. Although he loves her with all his heart, he respects her decisions and gives her space, even if this makes him very sad, and losing her will mean not to be able to live anymore, because she's everything for him. Noah embodies support in the couple. He knows his girl's artistic abilities and encourages her to follow them, no matter what people might think of her. Noah loves Ellie so much that even when a greater evil, the disease, seems to pardon, he reads to her their notebook, and he knows that one day she will come back, even if for a moment, from him. In the word of the notebook, love overcomes everything, social differences, logic, and even disease, making its way in readers' hearts through the hope that such high and noble feelings can exist. Another central theme is social stratification, that in the novel is a real obstacle, preventing love from blossoming. Sparks strongly criticizes a society where the value of a person is measured and quantified based on how much money someone has or social class he or she belongs to. Instead, it states that a person's worth can be defined by the love he or she is able to give, that work ennobles man, that love is towards nature, creation, and God too. It is no coincidence that his novel is full of descriptive parts that make the readers dream and catapult them into another dimension, as if they were feeling the same emotions as the protagonists. Coming back from war with a small fortune, Noah did not use it for himself or for his social climbing. He used it to refurbish the house near the river where he and Ellie had spent a night of their youth. Ellie had expressed a desire to be part of Noah's future and had shared with him all the details she wanted in the house that Noah had never forgotten, like a balcony overlooking the river where she could paint, that Noah shows to her when they meet again. Sparks is Noah's reflection, a man full of feelings and a lot of love to give, who loves nature, a man of great faith on which this novel and others he wrote are based. The book and the movie's plots, although very similar to each other, are two missing pieces of the same puzzle. In my opinion, in fact, the movie adaptation is a very important adjunct which can be separated from its novel. If the latter helps us to fully understand characters' depth, their feelings and their emotions, the actors in the movie, Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams, are the perfect background that gives meaning to our imagination. Ellie and Noah's first meeting in the movie adaptation takes place on 6 June 1949, a few years before in the book, and is more troubled compared to the description the writer gives, because Noah, madly in love with the girl from the very first time he saw her, he does everything to win her over, like climbing a Luna Park Ferris wheel. In fact, actors' artistry and uniqueness create a more emotional impact compared to the novel, where instead it is Ellie who approaches him first. Another difference from the novel is the presence of a young woman with whom Noah has a relationship with during the period that kept him away from Ellie. Although the woman waits until the end, the moment in which Noah falls in love with her, she decides to put an end to their relationship when she meets a man who actually loves her. Noah, in fact, will never be able to love any other woman as much as he loves Ellie. In the movie, the young couple argues frequently, and while in the novel they mutually agree to leave each other though they still love each other deeply, the actors in the movie have a unique way of conveying the drama of the moment after which they would have been separated for 7 years, 14 in the novel. We find the same dramatic tone in the scene of the kiss under the rain, not present in Sparks' novel actually, when Ellie asks Noah the reason why he had not written her for all these years, and in the moment that we might consider the most magic and touching of the movie, when the two lovers, carried away by the passion of their rekindled love, make love for the first time. But actually, the true magic is the evolution of their love, initially a young, inexperienced and timorous love, and later a mature and passionate one, with a taste of eternity. The couple, in fact, will die together in a bed at the nursing home where the two are being treated, as proof that their love never faded away despite the distance and the life's difficulties. And if in the book Sparks makes room for the ending interpretation, in the movie we can only be stunned for the beauty in seeing the couple hand in hand go away together.